All right, mate. How you doing? Welcome back to another episode of the Possession-Based Podcast. It's a bit of a different setup today. It's obviously me hosting, but don't worry, Andre's still here. He's gonna drop himself in right now.
What's going on, people? I'm
How are
back.
you doing? How are you
Yeah,
doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. But this time, I'm not the host because
Hmm.
my good friend Abdi is gonna host because I'm gonna be giving my opinions on Arsenal stream, and I've got my good friend here, old school Gunner. Welcome to
Hey
the
guys,
channel. First
thank
time
you very
in
much.
a long time. He was meant to be scheduled to come in a couple of weeks ago, but he's here now. Luckily, we got him. And I'd like to say thanks for coming on and everything. And
My
yeah,
pleasure.
welcome.
All right.
So
So,
go on, Abdi.
all right. Go on,
Take
go
it
on, go
away.
on. All right. So, as you can see in the title and in the thumbnail as well, it is an Arsenal special today. That's why we have got Old School Gunner here today, repping Arsenal. So I think first of all we talk about last night because I think that was a very big win for you lot, away from home, revenge for what happened last year.
Oh
So
yeah,
talk to me, Andre. Give me your opinion first. How did you find that game, and did you really find it that sweet, getting revenge on them?
Well, it's the new saying now. Revenge is the big thing. Like, because the same thing happened last year, but we're praying and hoping it don't happen this year. Well, the performance at times was patchy. I don't think it was as clear as everyone made out to be. Because I've seen some people do player ratings giving people eights and nines when it weren't that type of performance. I'm being real with everyone. I'm saying some like our front line weren't firing. Like Aubameyang, he did a job, but he weren't there. Like when he if he does a job, he has to score. That's how he plays. Saka, I think he should have came off earlier. To be honest, Willian was decent. He tried it. Odegaard, lovely shot at him, but he kept giving the ball away before. But I was screaming to the TV, funnily enough, to get him off and get someone else on. But then he goes and shuts me up and just goes
and
and
then he
scores a
cracked
long
it in.
shot.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
Yeah.
goes and scores a long shot. Partey's game, it wasn't Partey's game. I think he was either too tired or something. Something was stopping him from performing how he normally does. Don't know what it was. Xhaka was his normal self. Like at times gave the ball away, so at times recovering the ball. Typical Xhaka. I think Tierney was it was like an average performance by Tierney. It weren't all that. He done what he had to do. Our defense, Gabriel, I think was our man of the match. Yeah, a goal and an assist. Everyone's saying about lovely goal to get us to give us the lead again. And his partner in crime, David Luiz, was decent as well at times. Yeah, Bellerin. Everyone's saying he was like a man of the match performance. I don't think it was. I think he's playing for a contract, like because he knows that PSG and Milan are in for him, so he wants to perform and he wants to get a bigger pay. And Leno, I don't think Leno was even that good, to be honest. Like towards the end, no, for their first goal, he gave them the goal basically. So that's my thoughts and opinions. So
yeah.
anything to
And
add?
yourself? Yeah.
Myself, where do I start? I was happy with the result. I was very happy, of course. I thought it was a good result. I agree with Dre though. The performance, it was a bit patchy in areas. Leno, I don't know. It's like the whole back line. It's like it's spreading. I can't say Gabriel. I can't include him, but I mean David Luiz, Bart Leno. If it's not them, it's Bellerin. When we gifted him the goal, the Leno mistake. I mean, that could have been costly. If we do that in the second game, Eleni got us out of a hole, and Gabriel got us out of a hole, and of course the great goal by Odegaard. And we have to sort out these problems in the defence, though. With this, we're trying to pass the ball in areas where we shouldn't be passing it. I mean, there's no need to be tapping the ball around back there. I don't know what they're thinking. I'd have one thing in my mind if I was one of them and the other players were pushing forward. Olympiacos were running in between the lines. They were close. You don't have time to take a second touch. I would just hit the ball as far away from our own goal as I can. Nothing to lose there. You know what I mean? But we gifted them a goal. The frailties are still there. And to be honest, with the Spurs game coming up, man, you know what I mean? You want to be on your game there and not be doing that. I'm happy with the result, of course, but I'm not changing my mind about Arteta. obviously, but we can discuss that later. I'm happy with the result. Man
Yeah,
of the match,
Yeah,
for
go
me,
on, yeah, give me a moment.
I'd give it to Odegaard.
Really?
What a goal. I mean, an absolute rocket. And it was the first goal. It settled the nerves. It settled the team down a bit. It came out of nowhere. He smashed it in. I know he did a couple of things before that weren't so good, but the goal itself, rocket. Cracker. I mean, it set us on our way.
I've got a point in what's the word? To counter your point, sorry. I don't think Odegaard was man of the match. I think that's your opinion. I respect it, but
Cool.
the sloppy
Your
passes
opinion, I don't mind.
Do you remember that? Do you remember the position when he was at the right back and he passed it straight to the defender?
Yeah.
Do you remember that? If that was Bellerin, everybody would be getting onto him.
Yeah,
so you got to give it both ways. I mean, like, he got lucky with the shot. It was a good shot and the swerve on it, but it was a simple save for the keeper. He just had to put it there, but the keeper misjudged it. Like, I'm not being harsh.
You wouldn't have saved that though. Come on, be honest. You would not have stopped it. It was not a simple save. You wouldn't have stopped it.
I'm not a professional keeper. I mean,
but it was a rocket, man. It was a rocket.
It was a rocket. But
watch it again the next time and see how fast the ball was traveling. The ball was vicious. It was just, it would take the skin off your face.
Yeah.
The ball was flying into the net.
And it was
unstoppable.
And it was
I was delighted.
And the goal was it came out of nowhere. As in, like,
the
team trying to shoot, but it surprised me.
Yeah.
So
it surprised Troops. I saw Troops. He was very surprised over in New York. Did you watch it? No?
No, I don't watch no watch-alongs. I watch my own
watch. You don't watch Troops?
Oh, hey.
The highlights of it. The highlights of it with the little midget. No?
Oh, with Zah.
Picking up the little midget.
Oh, Zah, yeah, Zah.
Yeah, the tiny midget. He was lifting him up and throwing him up in the air like a packet of crisps.
I like
he was very happy.
Yeah. But they get gassed over everything. Like, they thought it was Ceballos' fault for the goal, though. I don't think it was his fault. I think it was Leno's fault, to be honest.
Leno 100%. Leno all the way.
Yeah, but they were screaming for Ceballos.
My God.
Yeah, it was Ceballos' fault, but
Leno had the ball.
Yeah, he could see the view. He could see it like that. But Ceballos is on a turn. He don't know where to look. And it was
Leno was a goalkeeper. You know what I mean? He should just get rid of it. Up the park. That's the end of it.
Yeah.
There's no need to look across for the ball. You don't need to pass it to anyone. Just get rid of it. That was only at 1-0. We were only 1-0 up.
Yeah.
Dangerous. Anyway.
We've got these comments coming in from Arteta, our saviour. Trust the process. Saying, hey,
he's from South America, is he? He's another South American.
We've got a comment from Omar saying, Omar the regular saying, Ayo Gunner, what do you think about Arteta in Europe? Yeah, so what's your thoughts on Arteta? Well, you know what?
I'm glad he's not playing.
We're going to touch on that later.
We'll talk on Arteta.
That will be like second half of the show.
Yeah.
I think it's a while to.
I've
got two opinions.
Yeah, we're gonna. I mean, you guys in the comments who, I mean, you're clearly here for the Arteta chat. We're gonna focus on that the second half.
Everyone's entitled to their opinion.
For today, yeah, of course. So
if they want an explanation from me because I don't think Arteta is good enough, you watch my channel. What are you asking me for? Talking to the guy here, Arteta, the saviour. Trust the process. He's asking me about Arteta. He watched my video. What are you asking me for? I made it clear. He's not good enough. What are you asking me for?
There you go.
It's gone. We'll focus on that second half later.
Yeah, but I mean, nice. I'm a friendly guy, but come on.
I know. Just avoid the comments. You guys in the comments, we're going to focus on that a bit later. Lads.
Yeah. You lot in the comments, stop coming for the guy. You come if you want to talk about Arteta, come later because we're talking about. Give us questions about stuff like.
Let's get this old school gunner out. Not a chance. I'll be around forever.
Give us questions.
I'm like a dinosaur, except I won't be extinct.
Give us questions about North London derby or like summer signings or something. Not about Arteta straight away. We'll dive into Arteta later. Pause.
There's a big game coming up. A big match.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So Abdi, what are you gonna say next? Because Abdi's the host. Go on, Abdi.
So obviously Spurs also won in the Europa League. They won 2-0, I think, and they've won the last 3-4 games. They're in a good run of form. So as two Arsenal fans, like, I mean, first of all, do you feel like you go into the game with confidence, like with your run in the league the last few weeks? You're obviously coming off a good win against Olympiacos, but generally league form. And second of all, do you think you'll be able to try and limit Spurs' attack with Kane on fire at the moment? Bale's coming to really good form as well, and Son is also a threat because his performance in the last derby back in December was also very good. So, I mean, how do you see that game going? I think it's a Sunday kickoff. So how do you see that game panning out?
I'll go first if that's all right. I would be happy with a draw. Not to be negative about it, but yeah, the Europa League is the one now for us where we might be able to do something. The league itself, I mean, we're not going to get top 5, in my opinion. Obviously, we're going to give everything against Spurs, but I think they have a few players there that could cause us problems. But I honestly think we should have no fear going into the game because we're not playing that bad. Olympiacos are only Olympiacos, so let's not carry away with that. But the team are actually doing all right. We're doing okay. We're after steadying the ship a little bit. We want to be too worried about the Spurs game. We could lose, we could win, we could draw, but I don't think we're doing too bad at the moment. And if we were playing Manchester City, of course, I think we would lose. But against Spurs, I think we do all right. If we get a draw, I'd be happy. Looking kind of more towards the game against Olympiacos. But you mentioned Gareth Bale. He's a has-been. He's a nothing player. Playing all right, and Son. I mean, whenever Son plays, he, for me, is the real threat. Because it's just the way he plays. If he's on form, Spurs are on form. Kane, he can kind of blow hot and cold, but Son is the real danger for me. And we might want to keep shackles on him. I think mark him. Mark him over the game, get physical with him. Every time he breaks, professional foul, take him out of it. He's going past, body check. Take a yellow, happy days. It's going to be a hard game. But like I said, Gareth Bale, he's had his day. You know what I mean? Arsenal have a couple of handy players too. It's Son I fear. That's the guy that I fear the most. Yeah. Take it away, my friend.
Yeah, what about you, Andre?
So, Tottenham are coming to this game with their heads held high. They've got recent results, which are, I mean, decent performances by everyone. You've got us coming in the game with slight regret. We don't know whether to be confident or lay back and take it easy. I mean, it's years ago, you never say, "Oh, I'll take a draw against Spurs." You always say, "Let's batter them, let's beat them." But it's I don't know how we've fallen so much. I don't know, and it's the scariness. It's the fright of Jose, whatever his name is. He knows how to beat Arsenal. I don't see Arteta beating Mourinho. I can't lie, because Mourinho is much smarter than him. Excuse me. He's much smarter than him. He's more experienced. I think if you look at the both of them, obviously Mourinho's CV is better. Mourinho is a better manager than Arteta, but I don't know. Everyone seems to be Arteta in nowadays. But my opinion on the game, we're at home. I don't know if that makes a difference anymore, but I want us to win. I hope we win. I think we can win. If we don't play Bellerin against Son like last game when Son scored that amazing goal, then you know what I mean. Just look at that. Look at what Son can do. Now we know not to give him space. I hope we be aggressive. I want to see Gabriel and Pablo Mari at the back. I want to see Cedric and Tierney. That's what I want to see at the back. I want to see Partey, get Xhaka out and play on any.
Cedric, Tierney, Pablo Mari, and Gabriel.
Yeah.
I'd actually agree with that. I'd agree with that.
And then I play Partey and Elneny. Because Elneny will give the work rate and Partey can do his thing in midfield, what he normally does. Then Odegaard keeps his place. Saka, Pepe, and Aubameyang, or maybe Lacazette. You never know. I don't know. But I hope you can win. Spurs, obviously a good team. They're in good form. They've got something to prove to say North London is white, although they've won no trophies. I mean, they can go heavy in the game and maybe could smash us if we play the wrong lineup. But yeah, that's my opinion, to be honest. But yeah, Abdi.
Yeah, I mean, for you guys, the danger is Spurs typically they like to sit deep, like with probably five, but they usually go five at the back in these sort of big games. And yes, whilst their form in January and the beginning of February was a bit patchy, you've seen earlier on the results against you guys, the result against City. They push Liverpool right until the end. Like they can get results against the bigger sides, and then add to that the threat on the counter attack because, like old school Gunner was saying a couple of minutes ago, Son is a serious threat with that pace, but two, he's so clinical. Kane this season has been a freak of nature. Like he's turned into he's still been as clinical as he has been, but he's got that playmaking ability suddenly of like a De Bruyne suddenly. And then you still got Gareth Bale, who, yes, he's had his day, but he's the past few weeks or so, like he has actually been playing really well. And ultimately, he brings that game-winning experience at the highest level, which may help Spurs in these sort of big derbies. So I think for Arsenal, it's pretty important to not get sucked into Spurs like sitting deep or whatever. I think if Arsenal were to sit deep, I think they might be able to. I mean, Son is the danger, but they might be able to contain them and then hit the Spurs on the counter because Spurs, defensively wise, yes, they can park the bus, but if they're not parking the bus, you can really get at them, especially Davinson Sanchez when he plays. So I feel like whoever plays on that side has to target him.
Yeah, and Bale's going to have something to prove. He's going to want to prove to all the Spurs fans he can do it in a derby. He can do it in a big game. He's going to want to score. He's on form. So, I mean, like we've got Tierney to look out for him. I think that's a good enough player. Do you know what I mean? But
yeah,
I'd be more confident if we played like Ainsley Maitland-Niles against Son, honestly. But Cedric's been performing. So I'm gonna take some comments in right now. We've got I'm gonna save the Arteta ones for now. We've got Arteta, our saviour, trust the process. I'm pretty confident Arsenal will win. I believe Arteta knows how and what to do with the North London derby and what the North London derby means. We're saying Bale is better than Pepe. Bale better than Pepe. If Bellerin is involved, I agree with that. I mean Pepe, but if Bellerin, yeah, I agree. Saka's better than Greenwood. Okay, Bruno. Okay, I'm not taking any stupid comments. Amy Santos coming in with is that a female? I mean, that's the first female.
Amy.
Yes.
Come on.
The best youngster in the league. Michael saying no. Odegaard's better than Bruno. Arsenal getting Mbappe. What? What
are these comments, man? These guys are crazy.
What's this?
Not a hope in hell between Mbappe. Not a chance of that.
I think Arsenal should sign Mbappe, Haaland, and Kimmich. I'm not reading that, man. It's not impossible. It's impossible.
Please sign Mbappe, I tell you.
Hi, Alex.
Hi, mate.
How you doing, mate? Massive Sunday. I'm going 2-1. Is that 2-1 Arsenal? Oh, okay.
It has to be 2-1 Arsenal.
Arteta, lucky man. Then they've got to stop giving the ball away. Yeah, I agree, JS. He's got to stop giving. Well, we touched on it early anyway. But I think this is what everyone's here for, the Arteta chat. So we might as well dive into it now, Abdi, innit?
It's going to be painful.
It's what the viewers want to see, the Arteta. So I'm going to take some chats quickly.
Yeah, go on.
I'll give you can take some questions quickly. What do you think about Arteta in Europa? Like, league aside, don't talk about the league, just about Europa League. What do you think about him?
The players have got him out of a hole. He's lucky. Yeah.
Oh, you think it's just the players?
The players have got him out of a hole, yeah. He's lucky. And we're up against inferior opposition than the Premier League. Teams aren't as good as in the Premier League.
Yeah,
I mean, like, he beat Benfica, didn't he? And he beat what is the team we just played? Olympiacos.
Olympiacos.
Nothing teams. Premier League, it's a much harder level, and he's been found out. League position doesn't lie. Like I said, I'd offer him assistant manager if he wants to drop down and let someone else come in as a top man. If he's not willing to take that, he needs to go. Like Piers Morgan, just let him storm out. You know what I mean? Job done. Morgan, of course, actually, he should be the Arsenal manager. Piers Morgan, he's got time now. Die-hard Arsenal fan. Yeah, die-hard Arsenal fan. He'd have Bellerin gone in 5 minutes. You know what I mean? Bellerin
I agree.
Women in women's clothes or whatever Bellerin does in his private time. I don't know. I don't care. But yeah, Piers Morgan, manager.
Old School Gunner. I've been watching your streams.
That was 20 minutes ago. He said that 20 minutes ago. That's the guy who replied, if you're watching my videos, why are you asking me why Arteta out? I explained it.
So he has a video on his channel, just to make it clear, right? He has a video on his channel saying why is Arteta out and the reason behind why is Arteta out and why he don't like Arteta.
It's a bit of a rant. It's a bit of a rant, to be honest. It's not so coherent.
Yeah.
I was just ranting the whole video. But
Old School Gunner out, blood. He wants you to... Michael wants you to go, apparently. He said, I just want an actual explanation, but you can't give me one, so I don't understand.
No, over the peck, and say that to my face.
Oh.
He wouldn't walk in.
Hey.
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 You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No.
He said, I
Don't
can't see
this time of night.
He said, I can't Arteta savior. I wouldn't have that if that was me. He just said he just wants a legit explanation.
I don't like him, and I don't think he's good enough.
This is the question, why do you think Arteta is not good enough?
Why? Because he's not a good manager. His results, his team selections, the performances of the team under him, his lack of leadership. I'll write a book. Listen, I'll write a book. I'm actually was going to buy it.
He said, can you replace Arteta?
Arteta House. Nah, I wouldn't try to replace him at all. Obviously. I mean, yeah.
Smash the likes, everyone, in the video. Thank you.
That's it anyway.
Thanks, Alex.
Yeah. Arteta's just not got the experience to bring the team onto the next level. And
do you think
it's quite simple?
At the time he came in, go on, mate.
No, I'm just reading out the chats.
Yeah.
Alex is a good man.
Exactly, Old School Gunner. Oh, Alex is agreeing with you.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Me and Alex, separated at birth. We're like brothers. You know what I mean? Partners in crime.
Personally, I'm Arteta in. You're not an Arsenal fan. You're a Man United fan. Don't stop lying. You're not an Arsenal fan. Thank you.
People aren't taking their opinion.
I'll bet out your address. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
10th. When we took over, we were 7th. So we were 10th, and when he took over, we were 7th. Okay, so basically what he's trying to say is that when
the team has gone backwards.
Yeah, we've basically gone backwards.
We're going backwards, but we spent a lot of money to win a couple of players. I mean, Pepe, 52 million.
Yeah,
I'm not picking on him, but he hasn't repaid that. How much did Dennis Bergkamp cost back in the day? I think it was 3.5. That's a long time ago.
But you got to remember inflation and that. Like prices are nowhere near what they were.
Yeah, grand. But he repaid.
He's probably worth a lot more.
He repaid it. You know what I mean? Pepe hasn't repaid it. The cost. That player. The other guy from France. Anyone.
He continues to play the same players. It's the one thing I picked on Arteta, right? Xhaka goes to make a mistake against Burnley. He's in the starting 11 for the next game. So Biles makes a mistake last week. He gets to play again, and he almost made a mistake again, partially, right? Bellerin,
that was crap.
Mistakes. Bellerin mistakes all the time, right? He gets to play all the time, like his little son. Aubameyang sometimes don't score, always gets to play. Willian, over the past couple of weeks, has been playing well.
How much was it? 72 million, not 52. Okay.
72, yeah.
Yeah.
This person, Shebab, whatever his name is, splitting hairs. He's splitting hairs. 52, 72. He still hasn't repaid it.
Shebab.
Up my point. Shebab.
Yeah, everyone check out Arsenal Alex's preview. He talks about
go check him out.
11. And check him out. He's a good YouTuber as well. He might come on my show soon. So yeah, he's a good fan.
Lads, I just want to share this with the fans. Sorry for butting in. I mentioned this before. I lived in Switzerland for 10 years, guys. 10 years. I've seen enough football. Xhaka plays for Switzerland. Over there, the fans, Swiss guys, think he is... They think he's Lionel Messi. And I'm not joking. Oh, Xhaka's at Arsenal. Whoa. You know what I mean? Man, can't cross his legs. Big friend of mine over in Switzerland. He's with FC Basel. He likes Basel. They were in the Champions League a lot. Xhaka's brother, he plays for FC Basel. Toland Xhaka.
Yeah, Toland. Yeah.
Right? The Albanians, they got it going on. They're everywhere. But listen, he's not that good in my opinion. My buddy, FC Basel, He knows his football. We used to go to all the Champions League games together. Basel, Arsenal. I've been at the Spurs, Basel. I've been at the United, Basel, Chelsea, Basel. Good Champions League games. I'm telling you, they love Xhaka in Switzerland, but he's not that good in my opinion. I can't rate him. There's something about him. I don't like him at the club. Him and Bellerin, man, ASAP.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of his at all.
So-
He offers
so
very
it's-
little to the team. He offers very little to the team. And like I said, he's overrated completely.
So in Switzerland, they think Xhaka's like Messi.
They think he's Lionel Messi. When he joined Arsenal, they thought it was the greatest thing ever. Well, now the captain of the Swiss team is captain of the Arsenal team. I was getting sick, you know what I mean, when I heard he joined Arsenal. I know what he's capable of. I don't rate him. High up or low down. They really, really think he's a good player. I mean, the Swiss team have a good team, much better than my country's team. I'm Irish. They'd whip our ass, no problem. Sorry, I shouldn't curse. They'd beat us, no problem.
No, that's right.
Switzerland have a strong team, but Xhaka is not the reason for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All the core players, the main players, in my opinion, are Swiss guys. I'm not being nationality, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
He's not the reason why Switzerland are so good. And they are good right now. He's not the reason for that.
But he's not Swiss as well. He's Albanian. So
Yeah, he was born in Switzerland, I think, or he grew up there, but like half the country,
so if they think
half the country is foreigners.
if they think Xhaka's like Messi, they'll probably think I'm like Pele. Because I'm probably better for him. Yeah.
Well, figure, you know what I mean? They think
yeah,
that he
coming
joined
back
a
saying-
huge club, like they think he joined a huge club. I don't have a yard. They think he joined a huge club.
Shebab before man finds your yard. I think he's,
I don't have a yard.
I think you mispronounced his name because it's Shehab and it's Shebab. You said so. Yeah.
Ah,
worries, Alex.
no, that was an honest mistake, and I'm not going to apologize. Simple as that. So let's move on. Yeah, I was like, man, they're just anyway. Xhaka. Next. I don't rate him.
Alex saying Xhaka slow, destroys our play, and as immobile and full of mistakes. Yeah,
He
I agree
turns.
as well.
It's the way he turns. He turns like he's like the stone.
Yeah.
Man, it's the way he turns. He gets outpaced. He gets outmaneuvered. And he's trotting back to try to get a tackle in, like from behind. And that's the reason why he gives away a lot of fouls. He doesn't have the pace to actually get back. It's multifaceted with him. The problem is, and what is Shehab saying?
I'll read out. He said, "Old Skool Gunner, what's your opinions on Omar? I think he's a talented player. Arsenal should sign."
I liked his first album. He's a great singer.
Omar.
Yeah, I liked his first album. He's very good.
No, he's talking about the footballer.
I'm joking.
Oh,
that was a joke.
do you know the Omar footballer Omar?
No, but I've heard of him. I don't know.
He's Saudi Arabian.
Yeah, he's Arab. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's Arabian, so yeah. But he's got a lot of oil.
Can he play? It's all that matters. Can he play?
Very oily. Very oily.
Oh, he can play one. He can definitely.
Can he play? That's all that matters.
Yes. He's a number 8.
I'll educate myself. Just a second. I'll educate myself. I'm a married man. I don't get out much. Omar.
He's got a lot of money.
He's from the Emirates. Yeah.
No, he's not. He's not part of Arsenal. He's from Saudi Arabia.
No, he's Arab.
Yeah, he's from Emirati. They say he's Emirati. He's from Riyadh. Yeah.
Oh.
Who's he playing for now?
Omar. Omar.
Yeah, but who's he playing for? I have him here.
Okay. I forgot what club, but he's
not here outside Joe Bob. That's what you're talking about.
Probably.
Okay, let me see. Who the hell is he playing for? I don't even think he has a club, does he?
Oh no worries. He's 18.
Oh no, Shabab Ali. Never heard of him. He's 29. Whoa. He's already 29, guys.
No, there was one that's 18, but we'll move on.
That's the wrong guy.
Yeah,
okay,
we just move on. I'll tell our savior, trust the process, saying thank you for giving an explanation on Skool Gunner. I think you could have elaborated further.
Yeah.
But my question is to you is if Arteta out, who's in?
Carlo Ancelotti.
Good
Next.
question.
Carlo
Why Carlo
Ancelotti.
Ancelotti?
Really?
Elaborate.
Next.
Why?
How are you
why Carlo
gonna
Ancelotti?
get him in
Why?
from Everton?
Because he's
Yeah,
got
how do
the experience. Yeah. Money
He's
talks.
managing at the moment.
I
He's got the
mean,
experience. I wouldn't take Jose Mourinho or any guy like that. What manager is out there, though? How many good managers are left in the game? Anyone will be better than Arteta. Let's be honest about it, guys.
I think why not just stick
My
with
mother would be
Arteta
better
and
than
see him
Arteta.
out?
I would go for Ancelotti, though, if there was any way we could get him. I'm a fan of his. He's got bags of experience. Obviously more than Mikel Arteta, because Mikel Arteta has absolutely none. The team are going to be in the doldrums for the next 5 years if Arteta stays as coach. Guys need to realise that. All the fans out there talking this and that, asking me questions, the team are going to be in the doldrums for 5 years. Mark my words, we're not going to challenge for the league. If we got top four, that's like going back to the Wenger days. Why did we kick Wenger out if we're going to take top four? You know what I mean? And we're miles off top four at the moment. Light years away from that.
but how are Arsenal going to tempt Ancelotti to come over when, you look at the league table right now? He's challenging for top four himself. He's progressing at Everton.
That's a fair point.
And you look at how much. I mean, to be fair, at the time when Arteta was appointed, it was between him and Ancelotti, and Arsenal couldn't dash up the money that Everton could. And you look at the amount of money Everton's spending. You look at the new stadium they're getting. Everton, everything with them is going in a positive direction. I just don't see how Arsenal are going to tempt him to come to the Emirates with the current setup.
That's a fair point, but to be honest, I think if you look at the potential of both teams, both squads, I think we have more money to put into the team. How you get a manager to come to a club is you offer him the chance to actually bring in his own players. You give him a wallet, you give him an amount of money, and you let him spend that to improve the team. I honestly think we have more potential than Everton. We have a huge fan base. We have a huge stadium. And the team can only improve, in my opinion. If he gets a free hand, gets to bring in the players he wants, and he's supported, they give him a bit of cash. We have very good players at the team already. Let's not forget that. They're not at their potential because the manager is not on his game. We have some... Saka is an unbelievable player. It's not just him. Now we have Odegaard. Okay, on loan, but he is a wonderful player. Tierney, fantastic player. We have some serious players at the club. Let's not forget that. He can take the team far if he comes to Arsenal. That's what I think anyway. I'm a big fan of his. I like the guy. And he's a good manager. He gets the job done. Yeah. He's good with the players.
With what you said about Arsenal, you saying Arsenal with the stadium, with the fan base, with the squad, etc. You could say the same thing about Everton. In a couple of years, they're going to have a 55,000 seater stadium. Everton have a big fan base themselves. They are, they are in England a big club. They have got history, and you look at the owners. You look at the owners. The owners are multi-billionaires. They're spending money in every transfer window. They're spending hundreds of millions of pounds. And you look at the amount of players. You look at the caliber of players. That are coming in. James Rodriguez, Abdullah Doucouré. You look at how he's improved Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
If Ancelotti comes to Arsenal, he can take Rodriguez with him, and we'll take him too.
Yeah, but my point is, how are you going to convince him when everything is going well at Everton? Because if you're Ancelotti, yes, Arsenal have the history to match any sort of ambition he has, but you haven't got the budget. And I'd say that your owners and the board that you have don't have anywhere near the same ambition as the board and the owners at Everton. Everton's owner, Farhad Moshiri, he wants the league title. He wants Champions League football. And you can't say the same about Stan Kroenke. So if there's possibly a change of ownership in the next few years, then the expectations change, because I don't think the expectations at Arsenal right now, internally at least, are where they should be for the history of the club. Then I don't see how you're gonna, because what Arsenal need, you look at the situation they're in right now, mid-table. What you need is an experienced top-level manager who will be able to progress you to the next level. Firstly, get back into the Champions League, stabilize, and then try and mount a title push in the next 4 or 5 years. Yeah, but with the situation you're in right now, if you're Ancelotti, I know Pochettino's gotten into a job, but if you're Pochettino, if you're Nagelsmann, if you're Tuchel, etc., what looking at Arsenal, what makes you think that they're going to be that club when they're going to get offered more money and they're going to be given more of a chance at Everton or PSG or Chelsea, etc., clubs that genuinely their owners and their directors want to win. They have ambition. Yeah.
I think the point you make is fair, but as an Arsenal fan, I honestly think if we get Ancelotti, he can take us further. Why he would come to us? I think the team, I think the board, they do want to achieve something. I honestly think they're just giving Mikel Arteta time, something I don't agree with, because I don't think he's the right man for the job. But I think they're giving him time. Football has changed. I'll admit that. Arsenal are maybe not in the ascendancy like they were before, and we probably don't have the same board as we did before. But I definitely think that the club, if Ancelotti receives support, they can move forward and they can do something positive. If not Ancelotti, I really don't know who else can come in. Who's available right now?
Arteta.
Arteta is available.
Yeah.
That's why we have him.
we could go get Ole.
Solskjaer?
Yeah.
Nah, you're all right.
The one con I've been...
And definitely not Mourinho.
The one con I've been thinking about with Ancelotti is, if we get him, say if he comes in, all right, he's going to limit the growth of our youth players. He's going to want players now, like ready now. He's not going to want to build up for a future plan. He wants now. He wants impact players, right? So say like for Everton, for example, he had I don't see any youth coming through. I remember they had one player called Anthony Gordon. I don't know where the hell he's gone. He used to play for Everton sometimes. Look at him now. They're just playing with experienced players, Premier League proven players. Like, won't he limit the growth of say a Smith Rowe or a Balogun or Nketiah? No, Nketiah is shit. But someone like I don't know. Who else is coming through? Like Reece Nelson, for example. I'm just saying or Aziz. I like the look of Aziz, not in that way,
Miguel
but
Aziz,
like he's a good player. But you know what I mean? He knows how to play a ball from what I've seen in the under 23s. But yeah, what do you think of that? It will limit the growth.
Yeah.
Like you're saying the point that James, you say you want James Rodriguez to come with Ancelotti. What about your friend Odegaard?
Odegaard?
Yeah. What about your friend Odegaard? Because if Rodriguez stays, he's gonna want to play, and he plays the same position as Odegaard.
Yeah, we could play a team of Odegaards or a team of Rodriguez. I don't know. You could play the two of them together. You could play half, 45 minutes each. I don't mind. But like if Ancelotti's coming, take Rodriguez with him.
Who's gym membership? What's everyone talking about?
Who's got a gym membership?
He doesn't go gym. Are they talking about you, me, Abdi? I don't know.
I don't know.
About me. The comments would never do for me.
I think they're talking about old school, but I don't know. Yes, lads. Hello, AR Studios, mate. This is ages ago. I just saw these. I feel you're old school guy. I'm married too. Being married takes up a lot of your time.
That guy's married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He searched up Omar Abdurrahman, not Omar Khalil. I'm done with this. Man. Wait. Let's find some more chats. Next.
Yeah, move on.
The other guy was 29, not 18. You know what I mean?
What you want about Arsenal out?
Arsenal
out. You're confused.
Arteta as well.
Yeah, that's probably directed at me. I'd say again. Bustin Cider. Yeah. Anyway. About Arteta out. Like I said, once he's good enough, I think he can take the team further. He's not
that's right.
Experience.
Okay, we got this big one. We are not in a position where we can grab a big manager like Ancelotti. We need to take chances like what we've done with Arteta. We need to realize where we are right now and the situation we are in right now. Thoughts?
Yeah, and what situation is that exactly? I mean, if we're not going to change things aren't going to change at all. If Arteta leaves, I think a new manager comes in, he can take the team further. I mean, I don't see the point. I'm not going to talk about Chelsea Football Club now, but I don't see the point in us waiting till the end of the season if things aren't right. All the Arteta fanboys, fair enough. You're entitled to their opinion, but I'm not one of them. I think he needs to go. I've made that clear. Chelsea with Lampard, they didn't hang around. Got the new manager in, they're flying. You know what I mean?
We can take the hit.
But
you know,
with Chelsea, it's different
you
because
have to get rid of the player. You have to get rid of the manager. They do things cutthroat, ruthless, but that's the way it needs to be. You don't have time. You don't have time to wait. Time is moving on. The opposition are only getting stronger. Arsenal are falling further and further behind. Look at Chelsea. They're not afraid of upsetting a few people and upsetting a few big egos and upsetting a few managers. When they get rid of a guy, it's like that. Take the fingers.
that's because they can.
Lined up. They already had this guy come up. He came in. He's doing the business. Arsenal, we'd wait 20 years. You know what I mean? What are we going to do? A Wenger on it? 26 years. Arteta's not going to win one league title. You know what I mean? I can never see that happening.
Yeah, but the difference is, and I don't mean this in no disrespect, Chelsea act like a big club. Chelsea have Roman Abramovich, especially. He has the ambition.
I know that.
All he wants is trophies. Wait, let me finish. All he wants is trophies, and he'll settle for nothing less. I look at Arsenal's board. I look at Kroenke. He doesn't want that. What I think the comment that Andre put up earlier, I think what it means by the situation is you got to be realistic as to what it is right now. I think if everybody, this isn't directed at anybody in particular, but people who are saying Arteta out because they're saying, "Oh, Arsenal are a big club. Look at our history. We should be winning league titles." Ultimately, no team has the divine right to win anything. You got to be realistic and look at the situation right now and what it will be like in the future. If everybody harps on about history and saying, "Oh, we used to do this, we used to do that," ultimately you're just going to get lost in fantasy, and that's how people become deluded. What it means by the situation right now, I think, is you got to look at the budget right now. You got to look at the board that you have right now, and you got to think to yourself, okay, realistically speaking, we're not going to get an absolutely world-class manager. So what I think he means is we might as well take the time, because you had Wenger and you gave him probably 10 years more than what he should have. You went down the route of having a manager who, say what you want about Emery, but when Emery came in, he had won 3 Europa Leagues in a row. He did well. He did okay at PSG. He was not world class, but he was a pretty good manager at the time. So you went down that route, and you got sacked when Arsenal was 6th. You were a few points off the top 4. So if he had gotten the rest of the season, who knows? He might have gotten top 4. Things might have been different. But alas, he got sacked. And now Arsenal's board were like, okay, we'll go down the youth route. We'll go down pure coaching, etc. And they went for Arteta, who's been under Pep Guardiola, who's one of the best manager in the past 10, 15 years or so overall. And he's learned a lot. And yes, the position, obviously, league position-wise, you've gone backwards this season. But I feel like as somebody who's not an Arsenal fan, I do think there are some positives to take. But you've got to be realistic and just look at everything as a whole. I don't think many other managers would be able to do a lot better with the squad you have right now. So personally speaking, I feel like minimum end of the season, but I feel like give him the first 10, 15 games of next season. And that's where, for me, as somebody who has no interest in Arsenal, really, that's where, for me, the pressure comes on him. Because you'll have another transfer window which would be less impacted by COVID, because by the summer all the restrictions should be good and gone, and that's when the pressure should be put on him. And if you're in the same sort of position or the same similar sort of form, then that's where I would say, yeah, Arteta should be gone. But you got to remember, it's the craziest season ever in terms of fixture congestion. There's literally been 1 week pre-season. Remember, Arsenal were involved in the Community Shield against Liverpool, so you've got even less time to prepare for the season. You got games every 3 days. You're involved in multiple competitions, players getting injured, no fans, no crowds, etc. I feel like there's so many different variables, and you got to remember he's so inexperienced that that's why experienced managers like Ancelotti, Pep, etc., that's why they're doing well, because they've got the experience to deal with many situations. I think Arteta should be given the first part of next season, and if things don't go necessarily well, then that's where I feel like you should cut your ties. That's just me personally.
Well, my personal, thanks for that, Abdi. I think with my opinion about Emery, if we're touching on Emery, I think he shouldn't have went when the time that he went. I think he should have went earlier. As soon as we lost the final in Baku, that's when I knew it was time to go. The only person that said it at the time was me and Claude. Because I was thinking of the game, he's got to go now. How can you lose 4-1 in the final, right? And towards the end of the season, do you remember the games when he played Mustafi, Xhaka, and we caught
Crystal Palace, Brighton.
Yeah, Brighton, yeah, exactly. Those games, they were winnable games. That was 6 points, but we got 1 because we lost and drew. And it was stupidness. Last game of the season, you got Basuma laughing at us, which hopefully he comes soon. I'm not going to cuss him or nothing. Hopefully he comes soon. But that's when I think he should have went. I don't think he should have got sacked during the season because what's the point of that? But you lost the dressing room, as in like you remember when Xhaka booed the fans and all that. I was there, and he done all that stupidness and there was stuff coming out about the dressing room, about there was snitches in the camp or whatever. So and you got Mesut Ozil like sometimes playing, sometimes not, and all that at the time. But let's not blame it all on Emery. You know what I mean? Arteta inherited all this mess, and he's trying to fix it, but he got rid of the easy players. Like if he was ballsy, he could have got rid of Nketiah. But look, Nketiah's playing tonight in the under-23s game. Like that would have been 20, 30 million we could have got for him to go towards another player.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But overall, I think Old School said enough about Arteta and all of that. So I'm going to move on to some comments now as well.
Yeah.
Keep going in circles.
It's for the best.
Also, I don't know if you touched on it, but Old School Gunner, what's your opinion on Xhaka and Leno versus Burnley?
Yeah. What's my opinion on the two of them against Burnley? They're talking about the past game or the game to come, or what are they? They're talking about mistakes that they made in the Burnley game.
Yeah, I think he's referring to the mistakes, yeah.
I rate Leno. I like Leno, even though the mistake against Olympiacos. Xhaka, I've covered that.
Xhaka.
I think he's a very limited player. Doesn't do much. Overrated. He gets played when we seem to have no more options. Although we always have options because there's always someone that can play. If I'm fit, play me. You know what I mean? Whatever. One of you guys. Whatever. Don't rate Xhaka. Nothing player. Leno, I like him. He made a couple of mistakes recently, but you know, it is what it is. He's talking about the Burnley game there. We're going to refer back to the last game against Olympiacos. You know, I like Leno. I think he's a good keeper, and I've time for him. Make him captain, whatever. I like him. He's a good
Leno captain.
For Leno, yeah.
Nah, he's not captain material. I think Tierney's the captain in the future. Then Saka. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Somebody in the defense or the goalie anyway that can see.
I don't think about
We'll give it to Xhaka.
If I'm being honest, I'll take the captaincy of Aubameyang. I'll give it to Tierney because I think it's too much pressure for him, Aubameyang. Because if he don't perform, everyone's going to be like, "Oh, the captain." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The only games that he plays well in are when he scores, and if you don't score, he's had a bad game. So as Aubameyang, he thrives like Bruno. If they don't score or do something like a goal threatening in the assist, get a goal or assist, they're not effective in the game.
Yeah.
That's my point of opinion. He's just like Bruno, honestly, Bruno Fernandes. But I don't talk about this guy. Would you take Wenger back?
No.
Oh, that's an interesting question.
Absolutely not.
Oh, okay.
At some point,
I'll take that back.
Get Wenger back. But I was like, nah. Deep in it, when I've calmed down after the game, I'm like, nah, we don't need him. It's all right. He's 72. Let him retire. Ole is second. Arteta is 10th. But yet we beat you this season. Old School Gunner. Would you take Rafa?
Who's Rafa?
That's a shout.
Benfica.
Rafa Benitez.
Rafa Benitez is dead.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Rafa from
No.
Benfica.
He's talking about Rafa Benitez, yeah.
Rafa Benitez is dead. You know what I mean?
Really?
I disagree with that.
I disagree as well.
Well,
I take Rafa over Arteta.
Rafa Benitez passed
100%.
away. Please. He passed away.
Did he?
Yeah.
Rafa
Like a month
Benitez?
ago. Like 2 months ago.
Wait,
No.
what?
No.
How do you Google this now?
No.
Right, he used to manage Liverpool.
Yeah.
Yes. And he was managing
no,
Newcastle a couple of years.
I think that was Gerard Houllier. I could be
Yeah.
wrong.
It's Gerard Houllier who died a couple months
Gerard
ago.
Houllier
Yes,
died,
that's who you're
When
about.
Benitez
Yeah.
is- Benitez is still alive. I still wouldn't take
Yeah.
him.
Uncle Rafa can't die yet, mate.
Now it's Jordan Houllier passed away, sorry. But if Rafa Benitez
Don
is still alive,
Rafa.
I wouldn't take him.
You wouldn't take him.
No.
So you keep Arteta over
Frank Lampard, we
Benitez.
should have hijacked
Why?
Frank Lampard.
You would take Arteta.
You want
over
Frank
Benitez.
Lampard?
Yeah, we should go for Frank Lampard.
No, wait. You want Frank Lampard?
No, I'm only joking.
Serious?
I'm only joking.
Okay, I was gonna say what you spoken.
I don't smoke weed.
Smoking that
Good.
crack. I can't
I like
lie.
the Guinness from time to time, you know. And I'll pint
I
the
can't
Guinness.
take you
That's up.
serious. I can't
Stuck for
take-
line.
So AR Studios is coming after you. You saying
I'm not
take
that
you-
out 100%. I'm not joking about that.
He said he can't
No,
take
I
you
think
serious
that's-
then if you're Arteta out.
I'm 100% Arteta out, and he's not going to take the team any further than he has. Not in manager.
I mean, what's Ancelotti won at Everton? So he's basically saying, why should we get Ancelotti? Why do you want
Better coach,
Ancelotti?
more experienced.
I think you shouldn't base it on. You
tried
can't
Arteta,
base it on
we tried
trophies with
Arteta.
Everton.
Move on past this Arteta. Like, these comments are like 20 minutes old, I think. We should move on now to, like, what about the Spurs game? What do you think is going to happen? And where do you think we can finish? Well, your
Yeah,
buddy
you ask me
there,
some better
Abdi's-
questions, man. And I don't want to see FIFA in the chat, otherwise I'll put you in timeout, man. I don't care about FIFA. Old School Gunner, can we both agree on Conke out?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That goes without saying. Everyone knows that the problems at Arsenal are much deeper than just Arteta.
Hey
Mike,
guys,
you're the-
I'm Yushin Gunner. This is this Manu or Diego. There's a lot of fans that want Arteta out when there's no managers available. So he's trying to imply through the use of the metaphor that you want Arteta out when there's no other managers available. So he's trying to call you out.
Next comment.
He's saying there's a lot of fans. So he's saying you that want Arteta out, but there's no good managers available. So he's saying, why do you want Arteta out when there's no good managers? So basically, you're chatting baloney.
Let's look at the next comment. Let's wait for it to come in.
This is the comment. He's trying to old school. He's saying that there's a lot of fans.
There's an implied meaning.
He's implying that you want Arteta out. So he's saying there's a lot of fans. He didn't want to say your name.
But he knows I do want Arteta out. There's no need to imply it. I do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
So another comment saying, if you could sign one DM in the world, who would it be? Me? In the world? I mean,
that is a very good question.
ooh.
Man, that is a good question.
I don't know.
Any of the Manchester City players, any of their defensive midfielders.
So that's Rodri or Fernandinho.
You want Rodri? I don't think Rodri is that good.
I
think we've got a City fan in. Wait, seriously? Yeah, world football, not just City. World football.
The whole world right now.
They're going well at the moment. They have a couple of good defensive midfielders.
So
I'd say Kimmich is clear. I'd say
Kimmich, but
Fabinho is clear.
Mother is better than Xhaka. Anyone's better than him. You know what I mean?
You know what?
Fair enough,
Does Goretzka
yeah.
count as a DM?
Nah, he's box to box. He scores a lot
We
of
have
goals.
a lot of good strong players. You know what I mean? Definitely.
Although
yeah.
he'd be perfect for Arsenal when you think about it. Although he's not going to move.
You know what I mean? Maybe we could get Pep Guardiola too. We could take him as manager, and we could give Arteta to City. Who knows?
So I think the DM in the whole world that I take, it'd have to be Paul Pogba. No, I'm joking. It would have to be. I don't know. That's a hard one, man.
I'm lucky I don't have to answer that question. I already got Fabinho.
Probably Fabinho. I'll take Fabinho.
Nah, we're not letting him go. Don't worry about that.
We'll take Fabinho.
Nah, mate.
I want to ask this for old school. What TV do you watch Arsenal games on?
What TV do I watch it on? It's Samsung Smart TV. I think it's 50-inch.
Okay.
I think he's trying to imply that you don't understand the game. I don't know if he's trying to say that. It's a bit sneaky.
He should have just came out and said it.
Yeah, because why is he saying what TV do you watch it on? He's trying to take
gonna
a
have
piss.
that with.
Next comment.
I can't lie, Gunner. You only stuff about Arsenal, nothing about football. What?
Yeah.
Only stuff about Arsenal.
He's saying you only know stuff. So he's trying to say you only know stuff about Arsenal, nothing about football. And Michael Play is saying true.
Next comment. Let's wait for this.
But these comments are
Gunner,
harsh.
Do you wear the shirt when you sleep?
No.
Okay. Wait, Old School Gunner, you couldn't pronounce my name, but can you produce that one?
Dick.
So Shiab is saying, wait, read it. He's saying, Old School Gunner, you couldn't pronounce my name. Can you pronounce that name? I don't know what you're trying to say.
Next comment.
Yeah. Gunner, what's your 11 for Spurs?
My 11 for Spurs.
That's a good question.
Finally a question that makes sense. I would have, obviously, Leno in goal.
You sure?
Even though he made, I'm 100% sure. Even though he made Olympiacos, I would have Leno.
I think if I'm being harsh, I put Matt Ryan in. Just because he gave the goal away. Sorry.
He has Premier League experience too, but I'd stick with Leno.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll be on his game for the Spurs game.
You better.
Always when they make a mistake, they come back sharper. They kind of learn from that and they realize it wasn't good enough. If he was flying and had a great game in the last game, maybe it would be a problem. But I think he's going to be up for it. The defense, I like Gabriel in the middle. I have to say I'm a fan of David Luiz. That probably sounds crazy. I like when he plays for Arsenal. Cedric on the right hand side, and of course Tierney on the left. Midfield, I would play anyone but Granit Xhaka. I would of course play Partey. Maybe with Ceballos.
Really?
I would have Saka.
Because
Ceballos.
in the past few weeks, he's been making a lot of mistakes. In the game against Benfica, the second leg, there's the goal that he gave away, was it not? I think in the Premier League, 2 goals in the Premier League, he gave away another goal. I think, there's a lot of hype about Ceballos by Arsenal fans. But he's an average player. He's an average player. He's average. So he wouldn't. Ceballos would not get into any title-winning team or any team challenging for top 4.
I would play him.
He's not good enough.
Him and Partey, nice.
Nah. He's gonna get.
Partey's cold. Partey is amazing, but Ceballos is not.
Partey, if that was me, I'd put Partey on Elneny, and let Elneny track Kane or Son. Let him just stay on him, man mark like we do with Bruno. Let Elneny be the little rat and just run at him and just stay with him. Because let Elneny hold his hand and let him do nothing. Get Kane out of the game. Because if you get Kane out of the game, that's what you do. Get Kane out of the game, let him come deep, slide tackle him. Take him out. And then what happens? Spurs have no chances. They thrive off Kane, his passes. But I hope we read it and we mark Kane. Honestly. And he's not even that agile. He's stiff a bit. What's your
and also, quickly, you're gonna watch Ndombele because that guy is a very, very serious footballer, and he finds spaces so easily. So
I don't think they'll play on Ndombele.
Really?
They'll play Sissoko and Højbjerg.
Maybe, but Højbjerg. Ndombele's been playing very, very well recently.
You know Jose. You know what it would do. It's a North London derby. You'll probably put him right back.
We'll see. I
guess. Looking at a couple of the comments here.
Finish your 4, Old School.
Where was I? Anyway, I don't think I would play Aubameyang up front.
So who's your 3? Who's your attacking midfielder?
My attacking midfielder, Pepe.
Attacking midfielder. Your left winger.
Left winger, Saka.
Right winger.
Well, Odegaard may be attacking. Then put Pepe on the right hand side, Saka on the left.
That's what I was thinking.
But the forward, that's a hard one to call. What's Gabriel Martinelli doing right now?
He won't play.
We'll put him in there.
He won't.
Yeah, what's happened to him?
That's all I'm saying. I don't know about Aubameyang. I'm not sure about him. I don't know. I just don't know about Aubameyang.
A comment coming in from Mission Gunner saying, Andre, do you think Mukiele or Dumfries? Yes, hell yes. Both of them I'll take. Honestly, Mukiele can play as the right centre back, better than Luiz, and I'll play Dumfries as right back.
He's the Leipzig guy, right?
Yes. Yeah.
He's good, but he can make. Yeah, I was gonna say.
They lose to Liverpool.
Abdi, look at this.
Yeah.
Abdi, do this. He's young. He's at 22, 23, right?
No, there's potential. There's potential.
We can sell him on. That's what I'm saying. Old School. Do you regret selling Arsenal? Selling Martinez, Emi Martinez?
No.
You don't regret it?
No.
Oh.
You know?
Arsenal should sign Kessie. Imagine Partey and Kessie in that midfield. Yeah, that'd be a good midfield. That'd be a good midfield.
He put in a very good performance against United the other day.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Yeah. Thoughts on Arsenal signing Edouard from Celtic? He's going to bring something different. I mean, like, he's more tall and stronger than Aubameyang up front. I mean, like, he's the balance between Lacazette and Aubameyang. He's the person, like, he's got the strength, but he's got the pace. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's quick.
He's got 50-50, best of both bread, Hovis and that. So he's all right. You know what I mean? He's a good player. But, yeah. Can Arsenal get top 6 this season? Yeah, I agree. You don't think?
No chance.
You don't think? I mean, I'm being...
I don't think they want to get top 6, though.
Abdi, what's the word? I'm
Can't see that happening.
Optimistic.
Optimistic. That's it. Optimistic. Kane has a knock. He might not play. Well, he always plays. Yeah, exactly.
That's Mourinho mind games, by the way. That is Mourinho mind games.
Exactly. He'll play. What a knock from what? What did he do? He scored 2 the other day. Yesterday. What a knock from what? Bullshit. Any more comments, guys, for Old School? Or because we've talked about Spurs, we've talked about Arteta, we've talked about Arsenal, we've talked about signings.
Well, people are asking there what position do they think Arsenal are going to play in, or they're going to finish in at the end of the season. We can talk about that for a while, or maybe the Europa League. How far are they going to go? Can they win it?
How
Can they
far
get to the semi-final?
How far?
It all depends really on the draw. I mean, I honestly don't rate Benfica or Olympiacos.
We haven't even beat Olympiacos yet. How can we say that we're going to progress? What if they score 3 goals? You never know. It's Arsenal. Like, we gave them the goal yesterday.
Yeah.
You never know. I'm not going to ask you any questions about Europa League. Do you know what I mean? I always think we could get to the final. Do you know what I mean? But
there's some good teams. There's some good teams in there. Where do we think Arsenal will be 5 years from now? Man, that all depends on if Mikel Arteta leaves. Straight up now.
Fair enough. Where do you think Arsenal will be 5 years from now? I mean, hopefully in the Champions League, because Arteta saying he's got a master plan, so we have to believe him, innit?
Remember, he told Willie had 3 years and win the Champions League, he said, or something like that.
Yeah.
He thinks he's going to win the Champions League in 3 years. Miles off that. Miles.
Remove your hat so I can 100% believe your Arteta out.
I need a haircut, but there you go.
Right. You see it, guys. You see Old School Gunner's trim. Lovely. Fresh trim and that. Old School, you can win 1 trophy next season for Arsenal. Champions League or Premier League?
Premier League all day long.
Fair enough. Not Champions League.
Even though Arsenal haven't won the Champions League, you still have the league title over that.
Premier League. It's the big one for me. Champion of England.
Gunner, when you're
would you not rather be
champion?
Champion? Okay, he's gone.
It takes time. And you're just making absolutely no sense with getting Arteta out in the middle of the season.
It's not the middle of the season, no? It's March.
Half decent. So what's your reply to that? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
I think it just takes time. And I honestly don't think he can take the team forward to the next level, and he does not have the necessary experience and managerial skills to do the job. We could wait as long as we want. It's not going to change. That's my opinion.
Cool.
You know?
Old School, I respect your opinion, but I hope you can try your best to back Arteta whilst he's here.
I've always backed him, but the last couple of results were, it was like the straw that broke the camel's back. I mean, I care about the club, first and foremost. People's opinions I respect, but I honestly don't think he can take the team further than he already has. I think he needs to go. Is that going to happen, though? That's the thing I always ask myself when I think about it a lot. I do believe that the board, of course, are in control. And maybe Arteta is a yes man. And he does what they want. They say jump, he asks how high. Maybe you could say that's the kind of way it is too. Maybe he's a bit of a yes man for the board and they like that. Edu, what's his role at the club? I mean, is he a silent partner or something? What's going on with him? Listen, I honestly... Arsenal are the most important thing for me. I'd back them more than I back Arteta. That's why I'm still supporting the club. You know what I mean? I've been an Arsenal fan for a very, very long time. So yeah, Arteta, I'm not a fan of his. I care more about the club than I do about Mikel Arteta. If you ask me, he's damaging the club. They need to get rid of him. I'm an Arsenal fan. I care more about the club than anything else.
Well, this question coming in from Shiab saying, old school, you can sign one player out of the top 6 for next season. Who is it?
Bruno Fernandes, the player from Manchester United.
Controversial. Over
Man United. No, wait. But the question
player.
is top 6. Outside of the top 6, Man United are second. So
yeah, but he's saying taking them out of the top 6.
Yeah, United are second. So
yeah.
Out of the top 6. Okay,
yeah.
Out
of the top 6.
Yeah.
From the top 6.
Right,
Come on, bro. Arteta at the wheel.
Yeah, facts, yeah.
No comment.
Yes, I believe it would be irrational to have Arteta out right now, as just Arsenal just picking up the pace. Thanks, Amy.
Amy, I respect your opinion, but I don't agree with it.
I've got one stat. I've got one stat I want to tell you too, yeah. Since you guys beat Chelsea 3-1 on Boxing Day, if you made the league table from there, Arsenal were 4th, I think. 4th or 5th. Isn't that, that's over nearly 3 months. Do you not think that is a good level of improvement compared to what it was in the first half of the season when you were 15th and a couple of points above the relegation zone? I know the league position is bad at the moment, but if you take that period of time in retrospect, it does look pretty good.
Let's focus more on maybe the FA Cup defeat to Southampton. I think that was a real reflection of Arteta there. That game tells you a lot about him. The game we lost in the team selection. We destroyed Newcastle in the game before in the Premier League, and we had a really winning formation and lineup. He changed all that. 6 changes, I think. He made 6 changes, and we lost. Southampton are a Premier League team. The FA Cup was very, very important to us getting into the next round. Maybe winning it.
It's not giving him a longer contract because if we didn't win the FA Cup, if we didn't give him, if we didn't win the FA Cup, then he would have got sacked.
Underline him,
and he disrespected it. Shiab means outside of the top 6. So
exactly. Yeah, that's what.
Outside of the top 6.
Yeah, I read it correctly.
There's one person. I'm
Glasses,
thinking of, and you better say him.
Man, that's a hard question though. I'd have to think about that.
You don't know about that one.
Okay, let me look at who's actually there.
Yeah, who's in the top 6 at the moment?
Let's actually have a look, and then I can kind of narrow it down.
I think he might mean Big 6, by the way.
Our saviour says you supported Arsenal since 1993.
Liverpool are outside of the top 6. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Man, Any Liverpool player?
I'll take Van Dijk.
He's injured. You can't take him. You
can't
take him.
I'll take
Van Dijk is such a good player. I mean,
I take Thiago.
Wonderful player. Van Dijk is.
No, you don't want to talk after that performance against Leipzig with Fabinho next to him. I don't want to hear anything.
Van Dijk is anything. Oh, man.
No, what Thiago is, he's a European player. As in, he plays against these European teams, and he's a dog's body. He's cold. Do you know what I mean? But Abdi, what's your opinion on Old School Gunner's debut?
It's a debut. I'll give you that.
Shaky.
What do you mean by shaky? You've been rattled by the comments, you think?
No, but I'm a little bit shaky. I'm not up to speed like the 2 of you young guns. You know what I mean? Or one young gun. That was okay. It was okay. Not shaky by the comments. They don't bother me at all.
People's opinions. For Abdi.
All good.
Ahmed, if you could read the title, it says Arsenal Special, and Abdi supports Liverpool. So, yeah.
I know that, Joe. I know he's a Liverpool fan. I've spotted a couple of the previous podcasts.
So yeah, we're gonna wrap up soon. So, any more comments, you guys? And we'll get into it.
Any more comments? I wish Liverpool all the best for the rest of the season.
Thank you. You too.
And I hope we can beat Spurs. I hope and pray that we can beat them. My God, that would be some win. That would be a great win. 3 points. I'd be delighted. But I'd still be Arteta out. All right.
Thiago would fit perfecto in Arsenal's tactical scheme. No, he wouldn't because Ceballos is just like Thiago. Man, no.
wait. Say what? Say that again.
Ceballos
Yeah.
is just like not Fabinho, so Thiago. The way they
So
play.
are you trying to imply that he's as good a player? Is that what you're trying to imply?
No, I'm saying their playing styles like.
I don't know what I get what you're saying, but Ceballos
Do you know
is.
what I'm saying? Like, do you know?
No,
what I'm
I
saying?
get what you mean. I get what you mean. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Ceballos with his finger up, Thiago with his thumbs up. They do rash tackles. Like the free kick
But-
Ceballos gave away, which we conceded. Do you know what I mean? They played similar. Do you know what I mean?
But but
prediction.
Ceballos,
What's
I
your
don't know what he brings.
What does Thiago bring? What's your prediction for Sunday?
Predictions 1-1.
1-1.
1-1.
Not optimistic. Come on, Wet Emirates.
I think it's going to be a hard game, and I think they're better than us right now. 1-1.
1-1.
I think.
Abdi, what's your prediction for Arsenal Spurs?
I just think that Spurs are in A, much better form, but B, I think Mourinho will do one of those things where he just tactically outclasses Arteta. So I'm gonna go 3-1 Spurs. Yeah, they don't really win away from home, but 3-1 Spurs.
Spurs have a lot of
Abdi, shut up now.
You think I wasn't gonna cover you?
I'm gonna go for a 2-1 Arsenal win. Just go. Don't try to correct me, Andre. Who's Andre? I don't know. That is like you're smarter than me. That probably is smart and probably sexy as well. They don't have the same quality. XD. Who's that? Liverpool or Arsenal? I don't know. Abdi, allow it. You try to say Reece Williams should be in the English
This guy
squad.
is such a oh my days.
Nah, she had to get grilled like a smoked salmon. Spurs will be forever in our shadow. Look, Thiago at Bayern. That's a different league. So
Spurs haven't won the league since 1963, guys. It was black and white.
1961.
The league.
Yeah, 1961. Yeah.
It was black and white. It was black and white TV back then. You know what I mean? Say no more about it.
Technically, there was color at the time, but yeah. You got rid of that comment real quick.
They never won the Premier League.
Got rid of that comment real quick. You lot smash the likes up. We're gonna end it in like about 15 minutes, 10, probably 5 minutes. Any more questions for Old School Gunner? What he's saying?
Yeah, get your questions in. Get a couple more in to end the show today.
Any question.
My favorite Arsenal player of all time. I can talk about that if you want.
Yeah,
I think that's a bit obvious, isn't it?
Okay, tell me who you think.
You're gonna say Thierry Henry, aren't you? Or Dennis Bergkamp. You're gonna earlier. It's one of those two. You're gonna say
Liam Brady,
Bergkamp, Patrick Vieira, Tony Adams. I'm a big fan of Kanu.
Liam Brady.
But talent-wise, obviously inspirational. Dennis Bergkamp was, close to God. Great player. Top man. Thierry Henry, absolute goals. Henry's a goal machine. But Ian Wright, you'll have to give him a special mention because he did break the Arsenal goal-scoring record. He was just unlucky that a player at the level of Henry came after him.
literally straight a couple years after as well. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because Henry is
not Anelka. Anelka.
I like him. Great player.
What about Van Persie?
Good forward, good striker. But I mean, nothing spectacular.
Very good. Very
Not just
good.
because he went to United and won the league. He's a good player. And he's got a pair of balls. But, good player.
Alexis Sanchez.
Judas. But a very good player. He was very good for Arsenal.
So is Van Persie. So is Samir Nasri. But that's a long list of people.
Nasri's like, you know what I mean?
I like Fabregas. My favorite Arsenal player of all time, guys. If you want to know, you lot can have a guess.
Humor me.
No. It's not, I'm being serious.
You can have a guess. Okay, I guess. Is he playing now? Does he play in this team?
No, not in this team. He plays football now.
Alexis Sanchez.
Plays football. No.
Wouldn't be Alexis Sanchez. No Arsenal fan likes him.
He won the league 3 times in his league.
He won the league 3 times in the league he is in now.
Yeah.
Gnabry?
No.
That was a good guess.
Yeah.
Santi Cazorla, my favorite player.
Ah,
I
like him.
Quality.
I like him.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. When I
I like
watch that
Santi.
guy,
Yeah.
left foot, right foot, corner, free kick. Oh my god, he's
I
beautiful.
like Santi. I like him.
Santi, one of my favorite Arsenal players. Everyone says Henry, Bergkamp, and all that. I thought you would like Liam Brady because you're Irish, but I guess not.
Yeah, David O'Leary's Irish too, but I mean,
Yeah.
Dennis Bergkamp for me.
Favorite
Football
United player of all time.
Manchester
That's a
United, is
bit
it?
yeah. That's a bit
Van
of
He's a
Persie.
United fan.
Van Persie.
Van Persie. Oh my days.
I'd have to say Jesse Lingard.
Or the Cantona.
Yeah, I like Cantona still, but
Old school now. But I am the old school Gunner.
maybe Yap Sam. I like Yap Sam.
Yeah, but
Yeah, that
Cantona,
guy's nonsense. Yeah.
Cantona was the
I
player
like-
that brought
I
United.
I like Vidic. I do like Vidic. I did like Vidic because if you see me play football, I just want to head or something. That's Vidic all the time. You'd rather you just head than his feet. I like from United. I like Vidic. I like Stam. I like good defenders. I like
Roy Keane, he's Irish.
yeah, but
Toughest man that ever lived.
nah, Vieira's tougher.
Keane is a lunatic.
I think
Keane was monster.
maybe I don't know. I don't really like United players like that.
Andre, you're getting drawn out.
Stuttering on your own pod, lad. You know you go in time out. Thank you. Who else on to me? I'll put you in time out right now. What's your fantasy team, Drain? Abdi. All secrets cannot be revealed.
Yeah.
Amy Santos says
I'm coaching
"Do not
somebody
use
anyway.
a smoker to produce. Oh,
If
shut
you
up.
know, you know.
Andre, I think you should show us now. You're getting not allowed to speak. Guess what happens to you? You're on timeout. Thank you.
Can you put people on timeout?
Yeah, I can,
Yeah.
'cause I've got the power. Thoughts on Ashley Cole? Good player at Arsenal, good player at Chelsea.
Fantastic player.
but
Brilliant
a bit of a
player.
snake, yeah.
One of the best players to ever play for the club. I'm talking about his football talent.
Yeah.
Wonderful player. Unbelievable talent. I'm on about him now as a player. I'm not going to talk about what happened after that. Great player. Wonderful.
Amy Santos says, as I say, if you can't handle the heat, get out the kitchen or in case of life. Who are you talking to?
Who's Amy? Yeah.
Who's Amy?
Who are you referring to?
This is fake profile.
Andre, I think she's drawing you out personally.
No, you're not talking about me. You're talking about Ahmed, I think. Amy Santos. Oh, Shihab. I couldn't let that comment slide. It was quite unintellectual. Just let me. As I say, if you can't handle. As I say, you better shut up, man. Well, I don't know if you're not talking to me, but I don't know why everyone's getting on to me. Any more questions? Because we're going to round up in like 3 minutes. So, because Old School Gunner's got to talk to the wife.
Yeah, talk to the wife. Make sure I'm not divorced.
I was talking to Ahmed. Okay, cool.
Right, is that you, Ahmed? Yeah.
Ahmed.
Well, Ahmed, you know.
So you went 1-1. Abdi went 3-1. I went 2-1. Any more comments? Any more questions for Old School?
Shush! You don't want his hands.
Shush, Amy, you don't want this hands.
He's a funny guy.
I don't even know if Amy's a real person. If it is, thank you for watching and drop a like, and Ahmed as well. Everyone here, drop a like, please, and share this as well.
Yeah,
this is a big one.
Show the love to the.
Check out my channel, guys. Old School Gunner.
Oh yeah, check out his channel. It's in the description.
Oh yeah. Make sure you go have a look at that as well.
Check out my channel.
Subscribe and that.
Quality Arteta rap content.
I have more than 1,000 subscribers. I have to be doing something right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Not just a pretty face.
I just hit 120, so
yeah, I saw that. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Yeah, well done.
Well done.
Cheers, man. Cheers. Who is better, Drogba or Bergkamp? What did I say?
Draw.
Oh, custom out as well. Cheeky. Bergkamp had a much better technique, but Drogba is clutch, but you can't really compare them like that, if that makes sense. It's not the best comparison to make.
Drogba's an animal.
They're like
Best players that ever played football. Killer.
The thing is, who's better?
I'm an
If
Arsenal
you're talking
fan, I
about
know.
better, the thing is, if you're talking about better player, you say Bergkamp. His technique, his touch, his
footballer,
finish,
yeah,
his
footballer, yeah.
pass.
All
If
wrong
you're talking
game,
about
his
better
all wrong game.
finisher, like cold-blooded finisher, you're talking about Drogba. And you're talking about finals. Who do you want in the final? Drogba, Bergkamp?
Drogba.
You take Drogba.
Yeah,
He's a big man
Champions
player.
League final against Bayern. Who'll ever forget that? I mean, what a goal! Or was it the semi-final or final?
Yeah, Bergkamp,
Final,
100
yeah.
He's
Yeah.
got 100 times.
His
better.
header from the corner.
110%.
I mean, best header I ever saw. Best header I've ever seen in my life. Unbelievable player. And this is from an
Yeah.
Arsenal fan. Drogba is
Yeah, he terrorized you guys.
unbelievable player. I mean, I couldn't say a bad thing against him. He's just a wonderful player. Animal up there. Animal. If Arsenal had him, we'd win the league. With or without Arteta.
If we signed Suarez, we could have won the league.
You lot were joke. You guys were joke
Take
though.
the extra
40
point.
million and £1.
If we paid the
If we
extra
went
point,
for-
yeah, we got him a bag of
If we
chips.
went for Suarez, we could have won the league. Leicester won the league. Honestly.
Yeah, no, because you got to remember, Luis Suarez
Suarez,
that
yeah.
season, 33 games, 31 goals, 12 assists or something like that. But that guy was an animal. It's arguably the greatest individual season ever. And
Seriously.
you imagine the season after where Arsenal could have had him. That's where he was at his best, prime Barcelona, tiki-taka,
And he
Neymar,
bites
Messi.
defenders. I mean, what more do you want? When
That
he's in
guy,
the game,
yeah.
he's a defender.
Could you imagine
we got this
him
we're gonna take the last
with
comment
Ozil
in
and
now.
Sanchez?
What's the best goal you've
goal
seen?
I've ever seen.
For
Arsenal or in general?
Maybe for Arsenal.
Yeah, I think
And
he
Abdi-
probably means
Abdi,
Arsenal.
you say Liverpool.
The one from what I've watched live.
Yeah.
Any one of Alexis Sanchez's goals. Maybe the FA Cup against Newcastle.
No, I'm talking about the game I went to. I'm going to talk about the game I've went to.
Oh, okay.
Go on, yeah.
I've got a couple.
Go on.
I like the Leicester goal when we beat Leicester 3-1.
Oh, the one where Ozil tapped it in for Aubameyang. The whole build up.
Yeah,
and
like
that.
the team
Yeah, I
play
know what
goal.
you mean. Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
the Giroud bicycle kick.
The
not
Scorpion.
yeah.
Scorpion.
Yeah.
Scorpion. Yeah.
quality.
From what I've watched in the match, probably I can't remember too much. But I'd probably say Salah against Chelsea. Maybe. I don't know. There's probably better goals, but I can't think of many else.
Yeah. Old school.
No, actually.
I would
Salah.
go for,
Sorry, go on.
I would go for Giroud against United, but that's a couple of seasons ago. It was a great header. Got us a 1-1 draw at Old Trafford.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. Giroud last minute.
Yeah, cross came in from what's the English guy that went to play for Liverpool? Chamberlain. And Giroud just absolutely buried it. And Van der Sar was in goal? No, De Gea. De Gea was in goal. I mean,
De Gea was in goal.
No chance to stop it. And he's a very good keeper back then. He was just standing there. Great goal.
I'm gonna change my thing. I'm gonna say Salah against Salzburg. Actually, the one where he was like near the byline and he somehow squeezed it in on his weak foot. That was unreal.
He's an unreal player. I like that player.
Would you say Yaya Toure had the best season ever for NID?
For a midfielder, he
For a
means mid.
midfielder, I'm about to say something mad. In the Premier League.
He's up there in the argument. He's up there with
Manuel Petit, Patrick Vieira.
Yeah, but I never watched. I only watched highlights. Patrick Vieira. I never watched.
Yeah, he's definitely in the
Manuel
conversation
Petit,
among like
World
top
Cup
three, probably. Yeah.
Ozil's Champions League goal. Yeah, that was a good one against
Ludogorets. Yeah, I don't know why I remember that.
Yeah, Ludogorets. Yeah. Oh, I like Ramsey's goal against Galatasaray. The left foot one which swerves.
Oh yeah. He was in the blue kit, right?
Yeah. No. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
And then, I like Cazorla. This is why I like Cazorla. The free kick for against Hull. That was a good one.
Oh yeah.
The goal against Norwich where it was Wilshere, Giroud. I don't remember the other guy. I don't remember the other one.
Ronaldo versus that Ronaldo. I've deeped it. I've looked at it again. Yeah, the Ronaldo one where he's like by the bloody all the way down there by the where he crossed it in and he scores. The keeper's so shit. It could have went like that and put it out, but he just like that and it went through him.
It was near post as well.
Exactly, the keeper was right there and he could have just patted it out, but just dumbass was it Almunia? I liked Henri's one against United, or maybe Sanchez when he flicked it. Do you remember when we beat United 3-0 at home and he flicked it?
Oh, the free kick where the free kick came to him and he like outside of the boot and then he volleyed it top corner.
No, it was like Theo Walcott crossed it in or Ozil crossed it in, yeah, and he done like a little heel chop and it went in.
Oh yeah.
That was beautiful.
No,
Minus Company versus Leicester, of course. Minus
Company
versus Man United at Highbury.
Yeah, that's the goal I just described. Yeah.
Mine is all the crosses that Trent whips in every single game and got one. All right then. So we're gonna conclude the episode there because we're gonna conclude the episode there. Check out Abdi, A Racing podcast every Monday or Tuesday when it drops. You got Old School Gunner underneath me. Check him out. 1K subscribers, the Irish Mafia, and
1,120.
Yeah, and then you've got me, joined by Dre. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll be back with a new show on Sunday. Check it out. It's called the Five-A-Side Podcast. With me, my good friend Abdi, and more people to come. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. And
thanks for inviting me on, guys. Make it easy.
Yeah. And
having me on.
No, when Aubameyang, when he scored the penalty, he's like that. Yeah? Alright, cool. Thanks for watching, guys. And peace. Thanks for watching.
Peace.
See you later.